What is up, everybody? Happy new DC Day. That's right. Today is part one of the 48-hour long event known as New Comic Book Day, depending on where you are located and what your shop does with your glorious DC Comics. But before we go any farther, let's go ahead and hit that intro. Hit the thumbs up while I do that, and I'll see you on the other side. Give a shout out to the channel sponsors, Big Time Collectibles. Thank y'all so much for sponsoring the channel, as well as the monthly Legion Loot giveaway for the channel members. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out Big Time Collectibles on all their social media accounts. You got them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, and also BigTimeCollectibles.com, of course, for all your FOC mystery box, exclusive variant needs, all that good stuff. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up our friend Justin over on Instagram for as little as $10 a book. He can take care of you. He can directly submit to CGC and CBCS for you, whether you have your own account or not. And if you use the promo code WeAreLegion, you can take advantage of the buy two, get one free special offer for people that watch the channel. All right, so let's get into it. Also, big heads up. There's a lot of Big Time Collectible stuff happening on the channel this week. Tomorrow's video is going to be a massive stack of books that they sent over for the channel members, the giveaway fuel. The stuff to load in those Legion loot boxes. They sent a ton of awesome stuff. So I did a whole video going through all those books. Super duper great books. If you're a channel member, you already have access to those videos. They're on the community tab, and otherwise it'll be posted to everyone else tomorrow. And then sometime during this week, I don't know when it's happening. It's happening at some point this week, though. The Miko Suyon mystery box, the most recent mystery box that they did, there will be a mystery box battle going down with a handful of us that have picked those up. I know that I'm already seeing some of the videos where people have bought them, posting. There's some really cool boxes out there. Some good stuff. A lot of chase books. I believe that there were 200 boxes made, and out of 200, 100 of them had chase items in them, from exclusive Funko Pops that were remarked by Miko to slabs to other books. There's all kinds of stuff. Just a lot of really cool stuff in them. And I have mine down here, and I have not opened it yet. I'm waiting for that mystery box battle. So let's go ahead and kick it into gear. We'll look at the books that dropped this week, the ones that I picked up at least. I've had the opportunity to read a couple of them. There's one from last week that I missed picking up, but I got it this week. And then we'll do a little giveaway from one of these books, one that dropped this week. And actually, the one that we're going to be giving away, it's actually surprisingly good. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I have, but we'll go and start with that one. And it's the Batman Spawn one-shot. I believe it's a one-shot. I think it's a one-shot. I highly doubt that this is just a one and done. Haven't had a chance to read it all. I read through most of this before I kind of ran out of time, but I was on the fence about picking it up at all. Then I saw this Gabriel Dell'Otto cover, and I'm like, dude, I've got to get that. That is just, let me turn this on. Like, that is just insane. I love Gabriel Dell'Otto's art. That is just wicked awesome. So we'll be giving away one of these today, which it's a $6.99 price tag on those bad boys. They weren't cheap. So we'll throw one of those in the giveaway pile. And if you're anybody who's won the last couple of giveaways, apologies on the delay on shipping. I'm waiting for mailers to arrive because recently I did a couple of sales on Nick's Community Garage Sale, as well as doing giveaways, and I've depleted myself of mailers. So like, I have to open that Big Time Collectibles box to get one, and otherwise I have to wait on more to arrive. But we'll put that into the giveaway this week. Kind of a special item that released. Shockingly fun read. Shockingly. But let's say hey to some people in the chat. We got Las Crucias popping in first, hailing from 1971. My good friend, always popping in, always supporting the channel and the community. Chop and Drop, what is going on? Good afternoon to you and happy DC Day. Technique, what is up, my friend? Happy DC Day to you. Glad to see you can make it in the live today. Flash by Night, what is going on? TJ, man, I think I'm going to be happy to get him on the channel at some point in time and talk some Transformers with me. Talk about why the Michael Bay movies are so good. We got Blue Hellion popping in here. What is going on, Dan? How are you today? And that's all that. So let's start getting into the books that released this week. And we can't do that without our favorite fuzzy face in the orange circle, none other than New Guy. What is happening, my friend?
What is up? How are you doing?
Good. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. You had a chance to read anything today yet?
I did read Danger Street for breakfast, so
I read Danger Street as well.
it was cool stuff.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start right there. Of course, this is, if you're watching, don't worry, we're not doing spoilers or anything, but Tom King and Jorge Fornes with Dave Stewart on the covers released their next maxi series, kicked off today, Danger Street, which is focusing on the old series from the 70s called DC First Issue Special, which was a series of one-shots that would feature some new characters as well as familiar faces like Dr. Fate and the Creeper and stuff like that. But it also showcased a lot of first appearances like Atlas, the Dingbats, Manhunter, and we're seeing Tom King take those characters and put them all together into one story and tell a crazy, crazy story. And I was very, very happy with this issue. I did not expect to get the amount of character showcase that we did. The formatting was really cool. It was very linear. It wasn't one of those, I don't know, strange adventures. Yeah, out of time kind of things.
Anachronistic.
I've never heard that word spoken out loud.
No. It's a good word. You should use it more.
I need you to use it again so I fully understand it.
Anachronistic. Out of time.
Okay. What is going on, loaders? Jealous for anybody who gets their stuff today. My LCS releases all titles on Wednesday. There's an article that came out earlier this week from a shop owner that did a write-up on how DC releasing on Tuesday actually saved his shop. Now that we're getting some time since DC switched to Lunar and actually getting to see its effects. I mean, this obviously isn't going to be across the board for any and all shops, but they were talking about how it's gave them time, and has brought in new shoppers to their store that come in on Tuesdays. And I can't speak for Wednesdays at my shop, but on Tuesdays at my shop at Open, there's a small group of us that aim to be there every day at Open, that we sit down at a table together and talk comics and get excited about stuff and end up buying stuff on each other's recommendations and stuff like that we wouldn't be doing that on Wednesday, but we're able to on Tuesday. So it's gonna have its hits and misses at different places. TM Nerdy, what is going on? We are Legion. How are you? Ryan, what was your overall thoughts on Danger Street, that kickoff?
I enjoyed it. I don't have any history with Danger Street, and I feel like that's probably where most people are coming into this. And you don't have to have any history to understand what's going on or anything, obviously. What I will say, though, is like you don't have like that nostalgic purview to like look at it through like what it was and what it all means, but at the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. It's kind of sprawling though, like you are nowhere near convergence on all these different storylines,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, thanks.
Found a way.
But yeah, like each little story itself was really cool, and obviously I loved having Dr. Fate there, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that opening was something.
Right.
That first page, like, what? Dude, this is a bar top.
yeah, it kind of reminds me of like what was the MCU thing with the guy in the sky telling the stories. What if?
Oh, what
yeah,
if?
Like how they have the Watcher. He's kind of like telling you the story. I thought that was like a really cool aspect to this, where like I guess spoiler alert, but Dr. Fate is telling this story, so that was really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. To be continued. Hey man, the sky is falling.
The sky is falling.
But yeah, I highly suggest Danger Street. It gets you. It almost feels like an indie comic because this isn't your DC Trinity. These are off the beat characters. You'll definitely see people you recognize, whether you've spent time with the characters or not. But it'll have you interested. You get your money's worth. As it being a Tom King book, you can expect it to be a thick, rich story with plenty of dialogue, but there's plenty of art and panels to go with it. It seems like his books always get structured with high panel per page rates, which I enjoy. And not every page is like that, but I like getting to spend some time in the book. Hey, but yeah, Highly suggest.
There was definitely plenty of content. I feel like there were quite a few more four panel pages than he usually does, though.
Hey, monkey. At one page, I thought we were in a Todd McFarlane book. I don't know how familiar you are with those, but Todd McFarlane has this knack in Spawn books about just doing this page where you just have news reporters from different.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like a novel of dialogue.
Yeah,
trying to be like.
I know what page you're talking about now. Yeah,
be like, look how dialed in I am to not just my story, but everyone's viewpoint of events.
Yeah,
we'll go tell them nicely. Say, please don't.
I was like, all right, here we go, getting our money's worth. Let me put on my novel reading glasses for a moment.
Next up, one I was really excited about. It is the finale to a series, but it's got a big future ahead of it and ahead for this character. And this is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 18, the finale to this series as we approach Action Comics 1050. And then the upcoming title, he's going to be changing title names. He's going to be taking over, I think it's Adventures of Superman, featuring John Kent as the full title. But he's taking over the Adventures of Superman title for a run. Did you have a chance?
Do what?
Did you have a chance or just Danger Street so far?
No, the only thing I've read so far is Danger Street. I am excited for this one, though, because I've been with it since issue 1. I've thoroughly enjoyed like every single issue except for like maybe one, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this wraps up and folds into the whole 1050 celebration, but also like kind of gives us something to spin out into adventures.
Oh my dude, I was not expecting the direction that they use this issue. This is a kickoff for something coming in a different place that everyone is aware of that's coming. Everyone knows it's coming. As a matter of fact, if you want more information after you read this, if you want more information on that, just check out the video me and Ryan posted earlier this week on the channel. But this was it. Like all these little things, you know, we've seen John have all these little spells throughout this run where he finds that his powers are doing something different and he hasn't had time to stop and really address it. There's this awesome event that happens in this book that really just sets that ball in motion, and it'll be taking us to where we're already looking. Like I had no clue this was about to be steering us there. I'm like, as soon as it happened, I'm like, oh, hands up. Alan Rue was sitting next to me. He's like, what? I'm like, bro, this is fire. You know, I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Well, you know, that Philip Kennedy Johnson interview on Lost in Comics, he does address that. He talks a lot about how we've seen hints of Jonathan Kent having slight variations and differences and different powers than strictly what his father has on offer, and that he intends to see that explored a lot more in 2023. So I'm excited to see what all that means.
So it kicks off. In case of
no doubt.
In case of emergency, break the glass. That's the kicker for this one. In case of emergency, break the glass. I'm like, why would you break the glass? And then we get to the end of the issue, I'm like, oh my God. Everything.
Yeah, that was probably going to be my second read if I hadn't run out of time.
It was my first. I jumped on that one first. The Danger Street, I'm like, I had to wait till I knew I had time.
I knew I had time for one book. I was like, I've been waiting for Danger Street. Feel a little Tom King absence in my life, so let me touch on that. I was
feeling the same way, and I realized it was because I completely missed it in my pool box and didn't look at the shelves good enough last week. But I did pick up my copy of Gotham City Year 1, Issue 3. So I'm excited to dive into that. So I get a double dose of Tom King this week. So
nice.
Supported that. What is going on, Tate Prime? How are you doing today? Hello, Mark, Ryan, and chat fam. We are Legion indeed. Boom. I haven't read Son of Kal-El 18 yet, but I knew Tom Taylor wouldn't let. Oh, hell no, he does not. No, he does not. Just wait till you get to the end. If you've been a fan at all, even in the slightest bit of John Kent, you're just like, dude, this character just keeps getting better all year long. Like this has been his strongest year that he's been in existence by far. Okay, you twisted my arm. I'll pick up some.
This is a jumping on point. I'm telling you, like this book has been fire all the way through the whole series. Tom Taylor always finds a way to slip such a powerful moment into every issue, so that even if you're not like fully invested in like the whole run and stuff, like every issue is worth reading just for those little moments.
Well, I'll be honest with you. This issue, even though it's the last one of this run, it's not connected to like a bigger story behind it. We've had like it has all these Kal-El returns stuff going on. There's been a lot of setup happening for what's coming with Action Comics 1050 and next year. The start of next year, getting really fresh with the characters, and they're really going to be pushing them heavily. So if you just wanted to pick up a single issue, like this is a good jumping on point. This final issue of Son of Kal-El 18, because what they're setting up for what's coming. This is a great time to jump on and just try out some Superman. Another one that we're getting toward the end of, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's with the whole Dark Crisis event that's been running this year. We have one more issue of the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths proper series, but I do believe, was this the last one shot, or is there one more one shot after this one?
The Big Bang?
The Big Bang.
Yeah, this should be the final one shot, and then we have issue number 7.
Yeah, so the Big Bang, and I'm excited for this one because what they're doing is they're going through all of these mini series that we had through the year, like Jurassic League, Dark Knights of Steel, and we're kind of seeing little glimpses of those series, those worlds, those universes in terms of what's happening with the Great Darkness and with Pariah and all that. I'm sure it's not going to be affecting those titles. If you're not reading Dark Crisis and you are reading those titles, clearly it didn't affect Jurassic League. We've already went through that 6 issues, but this is going to be fun. I like those little, it's almost like we're having an Elseworlds title, Earth 55, 43, 9. You know, you get the Blood Rain. There's a shot from Kingdom Come in here. They're hitting on how big the Infinite Earths really are in this one. So that should be fun. Looking forward to it. There'll be a full review of it, as with all the books, Sunday night at 9 p.m. for At Week's End. But also, don't forget the Dark Crisis series. Myself and Sector 2815 do a full deep dive of the series on his channel. If y'all aren't subscribed to him, there's a massive 50-book giveaway happening right at the first of the year. And all you got to do to enter is go comment on that video, those videos. We're going to pull a random video to pull the winner from. So try to comment on as many as you can. Next one on the list, and I know Ryan is pumped for this one. I cannot get him to stay out of my DMs when it comes to this book. He knows what it is. Everyone knows what it is. Wildcats. So Wildcats issue number 2 dropped. This is what you get when you take cocaine comic books and you put it in ink. Wow. So I'm pumped for this, man. That first one was really fun. It was a good time. This is my new deep target.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what I said about Gargoyles number 1. Like, there's not really any content here. It's mostly just for all the cover buyers, so we can get that out of the way. So number 2 is kind of just like my deciding point. Like, if they make more of it, then great. But if it's still just going to be like, we don't even know why this is happening, and neither do you,
it's only
then I don't know how invested I'm going to stay in all of it.
It's only 6 issues, bro.
And
that's what I kept telling myself about Deep Target.
Boy, Jurassic League was a real stretch. Yeah. It was 6 issues with 3 issues worth of content.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm still waiting to see how they're introduced into DC proper. I like that Grifter's been playing with that. We had that MacGuffin in the first one, I think, just as a character introduction, like you were saying. So I'm really wondering what they're going to do with this limited series. Really kind of put them on a path for the story in this one. There's a lot of characters introduced in the first one. They did a lot of it in passing. So I'm really curious how many we're actually going to spend time with. We actually lost some characters in the first one as well. So introduced them, killed them. So I'm wondering if this is only going to be like a Grifter Zealot kind of thing. There's countless characters in the Wild Storm universe, but Wildcats is a very specific team, and we really didn't even see some of the more recognizable ones like Spartan in that first issue. We had a glimpse of him, but not in costume, and he's kind of like the team leader. So I'm wondering how much they're gonna really do with this. Is this just going to be a Grifter Zealot focus? Because everybody kind of knows Grifter. I wonder if that's like they're trying to bank on him being the Wildstorm Batman character. Like, we'll sell it to the Grifter fans and show them everyone around Grifter kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Might have been a good chance to break away from him. So we'll see what they end up doing. Those are the best ones. The Young Justice videos are the best ones. Those are the ones you should be commenting on.
Yeah, well, they're horrible. Went in search of the Batman Spawn Barnes & Noble exclusive today. No luck. I didn't know that they had an exclusive, but that's the last book that I have to talk about that I picked up. What is going on, Brother John? How are you doing today? Flo Dameron, got a TK day. Yeah, be sure to pray and thank him when you get a chance.
He killed it, man. Every time.
Mm-hmm. Last book up, and I mentioned it. This is the one that I'm going to be doing with the giveaway today. Batman Spawn #1. So I spoke on how I was not excited for this book. Nothing against it. I just don't really care per se about a Batman Spawn one-shot kind of thing. I didn't think it was a one-shot. I thought it was a mini-series of a sort, but somebody said when we were on here that it's just a one-shot, they believe. So I don't know if it is or isn't. But I saw this Gabriel Delgado cover. I'm like, dude, that is gorgeous. I'm going to use that as the giveaway for today. So I picked this up to be the giveaway book of the day. And I was sitting here looking through it earlier. That's right. If you win it, you're going to get a red copy because you wouldn't have known otherwise if I didn't tell you. But I've made it through almost all the book. It is a square-bound, oversized book. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's actually really, really damn good. Like, I wasn't not excited for it. Thought it was kind of just it is a gimmick book. Like, you go to the shop, there's like 50 covers on the direct rack even. Mm-hmm. But it's super good. The artwork in it, Todd's doing the art and the ink. And, when an artist does his own inks, he really knows what he intended for it to look like. Todd doing his writing on it. I don't know, man. It's just ridiculously good. I think, is this like all Todd? And Greg Capullo's doing the pencils.
No, yeah, I was going to say Capullo did.
Yeah, the art and Todd did the inks. So, like, you got that Spawn Dream Team on it, as well as Capullo, who worked on Batman for a long time. So, a lot of the stuff in it is kind of like New 52 style and design, like Joker with the skin on his face and stuff. But yeah, it's got me intrigued. Court of Owls, Joker, Spawn, and Batman. If everyone's looking for them to fight and like get it on, you're not going to be let down. You get it all in here, man. It's wild. It's very wild. So it does have a $6.99 price tag, but I would say that it's probably worth the read. Alan Rue, he was there. He knew I'm like reluctantly picking up this book. Glad I did, Alan. It's actually a solid read.
You're like Batman versus Spawn.
That's what they have to do a little finagling to make the fight work out. But it's like Green Lantern, Green Arrow. How does this work? I don't know. Make Green Arrow
like cool target. How does this work?
Perfectly.
One of them can't even breathe underwater. How does this work?
Send them both to space. That's what they did. Just to give you a report, there's
neither of them can breathe in space. That's even. So, also coming out this week, Starhenge Book 1, number 6, The Dragon the Board, number 6. This series has been absolute fire. Liam Neeson is killing it on this title. Art and writing.
Hey, Liam Neeson?
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get your attention. No, it's a Liam Sharp book. He's been working on this for like decades, according to his notes and letter sections and stuff. So it definitely shows. It's not like a simple, straightforward thing, but you're getting like sci-fi, you're getting dragons, you're getting space, you're getting old England, ancient England, I guess, Merlin, all kinds, Arthur. So like it's just like this amalgamation of everything in this incredibly beautiful presentation. So definitely, if you're not checking it out, I wouldn't expect you to go pick it up. I'm pretty sure this is the finale of the run right now. But there are pre-orders available for the oversized hardcover. And so if you like value art at all, or if you're like this anti-AI art sort of movement that's going on right now, this is a hardcover worth ordering just on art and supporting human-made artwork alone. So I think the story is awesome. It is pretty deep, but it's very awesome. But all in all, like, you cannot pass up this artwork. It's
And
absolutely
also,
phenomenal.
this is volume 1. This is the end of this volume, and volume 2 is contingent upon the sales of this hardback. So, dude, if this is like Sunday night for At Weeks In, we're doing a year-end show. It'll be our final live show, final At Weeks In for the year. So we'll be doing a special At Year's End show. We'll be doing a lot of different top threes, and I promise you, this book will be getting mentioned. Like if my dad heard us reviewing it, even went back. And he's done collecting new stuff. He's been done for about a couple of years, just filling in holes in the old stuff and trying to read everything he's bought in his lifetime. But he went and ordered a copy just off hearing the reviews of it. Pocan Joe accidentally picked up, I think it was issue 3.
Something like that.
Yeah, he accidentally picked up issue 3 because the book's called Starhenge Book 1, issue this, and he picked up issue 3, read it, was blown away by the 3rd issue, went back and jumped on it. So it's actually one of those massive sleeper hits, and the artwork itself will keep you awake for days just staring at it. It is gloriously beautiful.
Like whenever it comes to the artwork, like what makes this so specific to like an oversized hardback print that would make that so phenomenal is that like the page composition itself, like he is not really like, there's very few pages where you're like, oh yeah, this was done like panel to panel. Like he's working in pages, like page to page. You get like double page spreads, of course, but you can tell the way that the entire page was constructed as the imagery, not just like the individual panels. And yet he's still able to tell a story on every single page. And so, yeah, I think like an oversized version of this, it's high quality, it's mixed media. So there's a lot of like painted, I think it's like mostly painted, and then you get like pencils and you get like some pasted on external imagery and stuff. He changes up the styles to tell different elements of the story. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's one of those few things where I'm like, oh yeah, like this definitely deserves to be seen in an oversized format.
Yeah.
Also, Love Everlasting #5 is out this week. Big issue for you. I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
It wasn't out this week.
You sure?
I didn't see it.
Well, it wouldn't be out till tomorrow. It's an Image book.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts on #5 because it gives you everything you've been waiting for.
I'm pulling up this, let's see, this link. If anybody is genuinely interested, here's the link to check out Starhenge. If you missed out on those floppy copies, which is a smaller Image title, so they might not be able to find them as floppy on your shelf. But there's a link to check out Starhenge from Barnes & Noble. Is this a hardback order through LCS online? I don't know what LCS online is. Pops ordered the copy straight from the Augusta Book Exchange via previews or whatever. So I don't know, Alan. You might be.
Isn't that like the pre-order system?
I don't know. Alan uses the same LCS I do. I know some LCSs have like this portal where if you want a pool list, it's up to you to fill your pool list from the comfort of your home and then just go to their shop to get your books. I don't understand that. Oh, LCS or online. You might want to hit up Paul tomorrow, Alan, and ask if they're still available for order.
Yeah.
And if not, you can order them from Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't matter where you pre-order it. Image is going to pull those numbers across the board. But, support your LCS if you can.
Yes, thank you. I was cringing. Yeah. Wait.
No. I'm saying if you have an LCS, order from them.
Yeah, please.
But if you don't, or you're already an online shopper, then you can get it from other places.
It's definitely worth your time. This is an epic comic form.
But at the end of the day, pre-ordering is more important than not pre-ordering because Image will find all the numbers. They are going to aggregate all those numbers. So, LCS first and foremost. Yeah. And then Boom also has a book coming out. I'm pretty sure it's Boom called A Vicious Circle. I haven't read anything on it, so I honestly don't know what it's about. But like I said before, I'm trying to check out #1 so I can find new series to put on my list. And this one, all the imagery I've seen on posting on Instagram and stuff looks absolutely phenomenal. So
It's an oversize as well. They've been like marketing that pretty heavily on Instagram, at least, because it's popped in numerous times. I think it's got like one of the two covers is a Lee Bermejo cover as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic art.
So it looks cool. I'm gonna check it out and see what it's all about. I don't know if I'll keep reading beyond that or not yet, but because I honestly don't even know what the story's about. But I've seen them marketing it a lot, and I'm always open to trying a new #1. So I'm gonna try that out.
Nice. Well, if everybody wants to start putting in hashtag DC into the old chat there, I'll start populating the people for the giveaway today to see who's going to win this Batman Spawn. Hashtag EC. Yeah, the nice, glorious, beautiful Gabriel Del Otto variant. Yeah, there seems like there's been like a lot less people talking indie books than there were just a year ago, really. It seems like the focus is on like a select few of them that kind of just catch all the attention. I don't know how many people, like probably the main thing indie-wise that I'm excited about following is more of the Geigerverse stuff with Junkyard Joe and Geiger himself. It's really the unknown war universe kind of stuff. Happy Bat adjacent day to you too.
Happy Tom King Day.
Tom King to the uninitiated.
Yeah. I'm excited for Damn Them All. Both of those issues have been great.
Who's publishing that one?
It's published under Boom. It's who seems to be like kind of, the fourth big publisher that's kind of, I mean, Aftershock is there and they put out some good stuff. They just don't really seem to carry the amount of attention and clout that Boom Studios does.
They seem to be focused more on horror. Do they do anything that's like kind of horror related?
Aftershock?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about
like horror sci-fi for the most part from what I've noticed.
Yeah. I don't even know that I would say like it's as horror centric as it seems. But they do a lot of like singular character driven stuff, I guess. They tend to do like 5 and 6 issue series that really focus on one character's story and doesn't really like sprawl out too much,
TJ said he thinks that most people are probably just jumping a lot of indie books for the spec, then they get quiet. I agree. Everyone's always chasing that next Walking Dead #1. They think they got it with Something Is Killing the Children. But that, man, I still think that that's going to be like a flash in the pan series. I really do. Like there's...
I mean, it's like 3-4 years old now.
I mean, the grand scheme of things, that's really not much. Like if this show doesn't pan out, and like I've never seen a Netflix show really pan out to really improve the value of comic books. Not saying a show was good or bad or anything, but like how Walking Dead, it was such an anomaly in the sense that was like cross-cultural phenomenon. People who did not even know it was a comic book loved it. Soccer moms were watching it and comic nerds were watching it. We all were watching it. I don't think
it's kind of crazy
in our lifetime, to be honest with you.
No. I mean, there's so few series that really do that. Saga is another anomaly in comics in that it's only gained readership even after taking like a year and a half hiatus. It's still the readership came back bigger than it left, and like so it's an anomaly within everything.
Flo says that Aftershock doesn't pay people. That's why they don't get attention. They owe creators tens of thousands of dollars. I know nothing about this. That sounds terrible.
No, I was listening to a podcast yesterday though with Off Panel, so kind of a prestige podcast around comic books, to be honest.
It has tanked.
When did it tank?
Yeah, never. It just started back up, so I don't know how it could tank. I'm
sure the readership grew.
Yeah, but I'll say the numbers that it's drawing now have to be exponentially more than the original run on Saga that went pretty undetected.
Yeah. But yeah, I did. The interesting thing that came out of that podcast episode, they were saying that, that Boom Studios, they actually don't pay great royalties They pay a lot up front, but they don't pay great royalties. DC page rates have actually pretty much stayed the same over the years. But Marvel page rates have actually went down over the years, like over the last 20 years. So that was kind of interesting. They didn't mention Aftershock, but I thought it was interesting that Boom pays pretty good up front, but they pay almost no royalties on the back end of a successful series, which could explain why some of this stuff never actually ends. They're just like, all right, final issue, we're never going to do it.
Flash Saga's on a first arc hiatus. I wish I could get Aftershock to take advantage of me.
Right. Like back whenever the coach or whatever was touching little boys. Like, why not me? Sunny. Why not me?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. When Mac gets upset that he wasn't, found out the classmates were and he was neglected.
He's like, I was a perfectly attractive young man.
We're going to try to share this screen and we'll go ahead and do this giveaway. If you haven't put hashtag DC into the chat, you might be too late. You might not be. Hurry up and put it in there because we're going to spin this thing and I'm going to make like a baby and head out. Got a lot to do today. The storage unit that I got when we were moving houses, today I should be able to shut it down. I'm going to be getting ready to make the final trips. And hopefully shut that down and be done with it. That'll be some money not coming out of the account. That'd be nice. Then, yep. So we got a couple people entered. We got 12 in there. So this is it. We're going to spin it and jump to 14. Perfect. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. One. The winner of the Spawn Batman Spawn Gabriel Doll Auto variant goes to KBDM. Congrats. You need to message me on Instagram so I know where you want it shipped to. If you do not have an Instagram, if you look in the About section on my YouTube page, there is an email associated with the page. You can email me right there. Appreciate you for coming by. Thank you so much. Let me put that on a Sikkim note.
Ooh, congratulations.
Awesome sauce. Slap that on the book there. That is yours. All right, I'll try to get that out. I want to try to hopefully get it out Tuesday or Friday if possible. I don't typically make it to the post office on Friday, but I'm trying to play catch up on some shipping stuff. Just got to get some mailers in. Mailers. I appreciate everybody coming by. Yeah, definitely hit me up though. I need to know where to send it, my friend. Happy to get it out.
It's one of our Australian viewers, right?
I'm not sure. Gene, I'll be honest with you, I think it was on my old account, so you need to DM it to my new account because I lost my old Instagram. So, yeah, the Legion of Comics 17, one thing. So, you've won previously, so I had it. I doubt I wrote it down. It was just in my Instagram. So, I have an address book, but I get lazy every now and then. Yeah, I need you to send me your address to my new account. Yep. Appreciate everyone coming by. Ryan, thanks for stopping in. We're not going to drag it out. I'm going to go GSD and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope everybody else enjoys their day as well. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.
Boom.